He's nice to him too, but
Yeah.
he's nice. And you want to know why he's nice to him is because even though that guy's super annoying, he did a better job making ramen than any of the other professional chefs did.
Yeah.
To the point where I even thought he was being a little harsh on him in the ramen video a couple times, but whatever.
I don't mean to call anyone out. I'm not trying to subtweet anyone, but a lot of people, I saw some people kind of making like the social media equivalent of like gobsmacked looks at the Fallout 5 confirmed after Elder Scrolls 6, which is after Starfield or something. Like, can we call a moratorium on people losing their minds about like the Bethesda release schedule? Who fucking gives a shit?
I haven't seen
their games take a long time to make, but they're gonna keep making them. Why does this keep surprising people?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. It's people being like, so much Bethesda coming down the pipeline directly.
No. It's like they're rabid for all Bethesda games, and it's like it's like exploding their brain that like there's a Bethesda game.
That Bethesda's making 3 games,
or that they're not making 3 games. They're like making 1 game at a time, but they have like it's blowing their mind that
Bethesda.
Like Bethesda's pipeline is like 10 years long or something, and they're like shocked by this. And I'm like, well, what do you expect? They're fucking They're the most popular world simulations.
Sorry, you learned about Bethesda games with Skyrim, but you have not exactly been flushed with Bethesda games in the last 12 years.
No.
Like they've made
and let's be real, what are people waiting for at this point? I'm totally disillusioned.
They've literally made like 7 games in the last 2 decades. Like what do you think's happening? Right? Like they made Morrowind. And then they made Oblivion.
Maybe it's that everyone has their favorite one that they want to come next, and it's
that's what it is.
Like the Fallout people are blanching at the fact that Elder Scrolls is coming first or something.
I'm fully Bethesda's so lame at this point. Like it's such like
fucking
like totally spent quantity for me emotionally.
I can't believe they like. I thought for sure when Microsoft bought Bethesda, part of this was like they were gonna launch a coordinated offensive to completely memory hole the existence of Todd Howard, like out of reality.
I think Bethesda was too big. I think like part of the deal is like Todd Howard gets to be Todd Howard still.
I thought like after Todd Howard's and like just all the Fallout 76 shit, like it
okay, so I'll give them this, right? Like I didn't like Fallout 4. I thought it was really bad.
The game.
I thought Fallout 4 was really bad. Like it had just barely enough of that Fallout flavor that I wanted at the time for me to stay invested for like 20 hours. But for a game that was like 70 hours, it totally failed to keep me playing it. But Fallout 76 like really felt like the worst thing they ever did. Like it felt like their first misstep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're in Kerbal, by the way.
We're in Kerbal now. We're here in Kerbal again. It looks like I have a mission to escort someone.
I'll say this about Starfield, though.
Melfred Kerman has chartered a tour to see the sights. What? On schedule. How hard is it to return on schedule?
If it doesn't give you, it just says on schedule. On schedule might mean like alive or within 5 years. Like bring him back within 5 years. The tourist ones, you got to be slightly careful. The same thing happens with them sometimes as with the survey missions, where it's like sometimes they just want you to take them up 30,000 meters, or sometimes they want you to bring them in orbit, or sometimes they want you to like go to the Mun and back, but sometimes they want you to like go to Hermit's Fist and then to Volcanic Rock and then to like whatever the fuck other thing, and then back, and those are impossible to do basically.
Here we go.
Higju says, I mean, sort of, I maybe wouldn't put it exactly like this, but this is close enough to how I feel about this. Skyrim was good, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it
when
was
Skyrim
good,
was
I
out,
guess. Yeah.
I liked it. But thinking back, I cannot honestly think of anything less fun to me than the idea of playing more Skyrim.
I can't even really remember anything about it. Every time I've tried to go back to it, nothing has grabbed me even a little about it.
Morrowind will always be the one that is closest to my heart.
So did that give me the...
And Oblivion will always be the one that I think is the... Well, it's weird.
Oblivion was my first one. So
Oblivion to me was for a long time like preposterously well liked. Like I was like, this one is so much less interesting than the last one in almost every way.
Yeah,
why do people like this one so much?
They just didn't play that one.
Yeah, but
also they made the combat more action based.
So, and I think that was like the best thing that it did though. Like I fully agree with that when you swing your sword, it should hit if it hits. But for a long time, I was like, Morrowind's my favorite, Oblivion's the most overrated, Skyrim's okay. But people still care about Skyrim in such a feverish and bizarre way I don't think I can really say.
I think it has finally gone away. Not for everybody, not for the people that everyone lived with.
Yeah.
So Keith lives with a Skyrim person.
Well,
Is he still a Skyrim person?
Isaac says that he loves Skyrim, and I'm not saying that's not true, but he never plays it. Like he bought the remaster twice because he bought it for home consoles, then also got it for Switch.
Right.
But he never really put any time into them
or something.
Maybe. Fickle Pickle Pie says, I still run into people who are playing Skyrim casually. Yeah, I've heard tell of this. But it's rare and rare. I've heard
rumors in the marketplace.
I don't have it in me to like fault someone who's like, yeah, all I do is play 3 games. I play like Call of Duty,
Grand Theft Auto.
Or MLB 2K, not MLB, Jesus Christ, NBA 2K, whatever, and Skyrim. And it's just like, I just play the newest Call of Duty, I play the newest NBA, and I play Skyrim. And it's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, it's fun. But the people who are deep into playing video games and like play dozens of video games in a year who haven't had enough Bethesda, it's not, I'm not like mad about it, but I am confused about it. But I was gonna say this though, in Starfield, I think visually it's like the update to their creative engine, right? And I saw people trashing it, being like, when are they going to get rid of their engine? And people being like, this is the new engine, this is the Creative 2 engine, and people being like, it's just an update to their old engine, I'm sick of the Bethesda engine. And I'm sitting and watching it and being like, this looks so different than their last game. What are you talking about?
Which one are they saying this about?
The Starfield demo.
Oh, there's a Starfield demo.
There was like a huge Starfield thing like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. There was like a 15-minute demo.
And I give a shit about that.
Oh, it looks okay. It looks kind of boring.
Yeah.
It looks kind of boring. It looks
dude, we're playing Starfield right here.
Yeah.
Is Starfield gonna be better than Kerbal Space Program?
No, we were talking about this because Todd Howard was just on your timeline.
He was just on my timeline.
He was on your timeline because he just gave a 15-minute demo about Starfield. I assumed that you had seen that because of what our job is.
This is not my job. And also, that's not what this job is.
What do you mean this is not your job?
Well,
Hey, you're the one that wants to do a podcast every week again.
And when we do that, it'll be my job. Crew cabin.
Yeah, so here's the thing. 2 years ago, I think, 2.5 years ago, the worst video game that I played, new game that I played in that decade came out, and it was Outer Worlds, the Obsidian.
Wow!
The Obsidian developed.
I kind of love it. Not the game, but you just coming at Outer Worlds so hard.
It is. It makes me physically upset how much I hate it. Like, thinking about it makes me mad all over again.
Why? I mean, not that I just think it's very good.
I think it's a dog shit. I think it is like, it feels so proud of itself. Its little digs that it does at like its little warnings of a future gone bad, and it's so incapable of reflecting what's actually happening in the world that they've ended up making like simultaneously criticisms that are too silly to be serious and also not severe enough to like even match how bad things are today, let alone hundreds of years in the future. And then on top of that totally fails to have any personality at all in any of its characters or plot lines. Like, I remember people kind of liking like that that like first big decision you make where there's the horrible people, and then there's the environmentalist woman, and then she's like, yeah, the way that I'm an environmentalist is I feed dead bodies to my tree babies.
Wait, I guess I don't know what you're talking about.
What did you think I was talking about?
You were just talking about that thing where it's like, oh, do you give power to the town or not, or whatever it was. I forget what it was.
Yeah. Do you give power to the town, or do you give power to the woman who's feeding bodies to her trees to make food for people?
Okay.
And it's supposed to be this big decision, and it's like, yeah, give it to the person who's feeding people with an efficient and effective moisturizer, or I mean fertilizer. That whole game really bugged me.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that stuff.
And
good character creation.
I remember a pretty common thing that I was seeing at the time was like people being like, oh yeah, it's like a Fallout. Like, it's been a while since there's been a Fallout. Like, I'm gonna do one of those.
Yeah.
And I get that, except that it was the worst one of those anyone's ever made.
Whoa, that's. I mean, think of a worse Fallout than Outer Worlds. I can't think of one. I don't know, Fallout 3 maybe.
No, Fallout 3? People really like that one.
Yeah, but they're kind of wrong though.
No, Fallout 3 is better than Outer Worlds by
that's
a ton.
Probably true.
It's extremely true.
Fallout 3 wasn't as good as we all thought it was at the time though.
No, but you've also gotta. But I knew that Outer Wilds was bad right away. It didn't take me 12 or 14 years of. It didn't take me 14 years of video games changing and evolving to be like, Fallout 3 doesn't seem fun anymore. What do you want, Cricket? Anyway, now I feel that way. I could do one of those. I feel that way about Starfield now, and one of the reasons I feel that way is because it looks honest, I guess. It looks to be what it is, which is sort of like kind of a bland space thing.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I could do a bland space thing. Yeah,
I don't need the problem with Outer Worlds is that it was a bland space thing dressed up as something that I would really love, and instead it sucked ass.
Ouch. Get him, Keith.
Reptile Brain says 3 is better than 4. Oh yeah, 3 is like definitely better than 4.
Oh, right. Yeah, I ducked out of 4 after like 2 hours or something. So I just like it doesn't exist to me basically.
One of the funniest things that's ever happened to me in a game happened in Fallout 4. And so I have to give it credit for giving me this perfect gaming moment where I genuinely didn't mean to be dressed like this. I was just in between armors. But I got into a cutscene where I was offering some help to this guy, and he's like, you're like, I can help you. I'm pretty good with a gun. And he's like, you don't look like a soldier. And then it cuts out to a wide shot of the two of us talking, and my guy goes, oh yeah, what does a soldier look like? And I'm wearing half a shirt and tighty whities and nothing else.
Look at how fucking stoked. Oh, okay, he stopped, but Jebediah looked like he was so happy, and the other ones are just like, I hope I don't explode.
Anyway, I didn't mean to fill the beginning of Kerbal with
and yet
a Bethesda diatribe. What is that circle in the sky?
That's the.
Oh, that's.
The
is it an
mun?
eclipse?
Maybe.
Did you catch an eclipse?
I think I must have.
Go to the map view. Let's see that.
What? Wow,
yeah,
nice.
That's an eclipse.
Sick.
That's sick. I don't think I've ever seen that. Cricket, what are you screaming about? I'll let you out. Give me a
All right, don't tumble me. No,
So,
bad, wrong.
Oh no. So what's the deal? What are you working on?
I'm just taking this tourist up, for a little.
How high do they want to go?
Kind of doing.
How high can you dry?
I mean, I think I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want. Suborbital, yes, there.
Suborbital space flight. Okay, so you've just got to go like 80,000 meters up. You should just go straight up. What are you doing with this little tilt here?
I don't know. The fuck do I know about any of this?
You're wasting Delta V.
You're the coach. You were fucking talking about Starfield.
Yeah, and I'm coaching you. Don't stop doing that. Go straight.
I'm trying.
Oh. Yeah, once you start tilting, it's hard to untilt.
Yeah, I noticed.
But now you can do it.
No.
Do you remember which buttons? Turn on your press T. By the way.
Oh, I thought I had it on. Well, I thought I've been having problems with I go up too straight and then I'm coming down too fast.
You will come down fast regardless. Okay, what is it?
No. Oh, cut it. Whoops. Oh, well.
Let's check out your apoapsis.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, because you haven't spent money upgrading your tracking system yet. Go to the map view. So do you see the highest point there? When you upgrade your tracking system, it will tell you how many meters that top point is. It'll give you the height of that. And then it will also give you your periapsis, which is the opposite. It's the lowest point. Obviously, the lowest point of that orbit is deep into the ground, so it wouldn't show up. But if you were to circularize your orbit, it would give you those numbers. And there you go. That's suborbital spaceflight.
Suborbital spaceflight confirmed.
You might as well just engage those. Oh, hey! I learned something about crew reports, or about science. You can use a scientist to take science from the experiments and then rerun the experiments and take them again. And like the scientist will just keep them. And so you can like take a temperature 3 or 4 times during a flight and maybe get several different points as long as you've got a scientist that you're taking. This is a lot easier to do once you get a cockpit that can fit like a pilot and a scientist. But good to know. While you sync here, I'm gonna let my cat out because she's screaming.
Fucking Jebediah Kerbin is so stoked. Melfred's having a blast too. Let's go.
CTS says anyone can take the data from an experiment, but only scientists can reset experiments like the goo and the Science Junior. Ooh, turn it on, turn it on. It'll help you get back. Never mind. It's too late. If you're...
I got too distracted.
It's fine. You're light enough. You might just make it, you know?
Yeah, maybe I'll just make it. I'm light enough.
I mean, look at your speed. Once you get down to 450, that's when the parachute comes on. You're close. Ooh, there it is.
Wow.
Look at that. I've got an eye for this.
You really do.
Yeah.
All right. We'll call that a successful tourist flight. Where now, this is basically, we're doing everything SpaceX is doing.
Very funny, though.
Kerbal Space Program.
Like, Melfred, my guy, we're gonna die. Shit, sorry. No, he's alive.
I mean, but still my shit, though.
Yeah, you're going a little fast. You're going like 10.
That wasn't a little fast. Was that?
It was a little fast.
It was not.
It was. And if you go back to that first episode, I have mentioned that 10 is about the line where parts start breaking.
Okay. Bob,
oh, hey,
EVA.
why don't you EVA Jebediah?
Wow! That's
wow.
awesome.
You guys are just hanging out in there, huh?
I can't tell which is the sky and which is the water.
I think it's all water.
No, one is exposed.
Oh. Do you have EVA yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyways. Let's recover the untitled spacecraft. The new game from House. Well, I'm glad that Melfred gained experience. Good for them.
Yeah, good for Melfred. I love that for Melfred.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your personal goals today for Kerbal?
My personal goals are...
Ooh, there's a pretty good one in there.
What's that?
Orbit Kerbin.
Wow, that's so many stars. All right, fly a vessel up and out of the atmosphere and accelerate parallel with the surface until you are in stable orbit to achieve this goal. It sounds hard, Keith. It sounds really hard.
Yeah, you're right, but Kerbal is a game of big steps, and once you take that big step, you've just always got it. That first orbit is hard, and then it's like
Okay.
now it's like as soon as you get that first orbit, it's like orbiting is so easy.
Am I gonna use radial decouplers?
You absolutely are going to do that.
Yeah.
So we've got 10 science or something like that. Do you want to take a look at? Well, there's actually one big thing that you need to do before you can start doing this. So let's leave the VAB
Vehicle assembly bay.
building, I think.
Fuck.
Yeah. So let's right-click the tracking center to your right.
Whoa. Am I doing this?
I want to make sure patched. Let's. I don't want to do the wrong thing because these are expensive to do. So, Kerbal. I'm gonna Google it. Kerbal unlock. How do I display the apoapsis? Upgrading your tracking station. Yeah. Okay. Yes. And then right-click it again. Let's just see what it says. Just mouse over the upgrade button. What does that say down there? Mission
upgrade
control.
required for maneuver tool.
Oh, you don't have the maneuver tool. That's okay. Well, I
didn't
think
realize my stuff was gonna get spiffier.
Yes, a lot spiffier.
Okay.
And then let's head into the research and development center to see how much more science you would need to get like better rockets or more fuel.
A bunch.
That top one, 45. Okay, that's not so bad. But also, what is that? What is that? That's the Terrier, I think. That the liquid. Yeah, you don't need the Terrier. And then one to the left of that, the one that you have available. What is that one? Sorry, to the right. I mean the
Starshot
segment of the tree.
This one.
One down. Yeah, that. Yeah. What's in there? Okay. So obviously you're light on parts, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem. I think that we can get you into orbit without doing that.
Light on parts, but we're full up on Moxie.
Yeah, we went to a gas station in New Hampshire and got
tanks
30
are loaded
boxes
with
of
Moxie. How do I manage like what ship I'm editing? Like if I want to just start a new one.
Oh, up top. Look at up top. It says untitled spacecraft.
Yeah.
So you can change that title and then save a ship. So if you want to save this,
to change it.
Yeah, and then now you can save it.
This one.
Yeah, and then now press the open button. There you go. You have untitled spacecraft, auto-saved, and Longboy.
Okay.
All right, so do you remember?
Do you remember? Should I have a decoupler for the what is this?
You can. That is always a good safety. But I think better than that is just like saving your game before you fly. and then loading it if you kill your Kerbal.
Well, okay, so you're saying that there is not a real reason to be able to decouple the command module.
Correct.
Okay. So should I just put on like liquid fuel tanks?
Yeah, so I would do...
What about this
show me
inline reaction wheel?
That's great. I love that. I would definitely use that.
Should I put it here? Like I the other thing is I've realized I know enough about this to know that it's good.
Yeah.
Does it matter where I put it?
That's a good question. My impression is that it is more effective the closer to the center of gravity of your ship it is.
Manufacturer found lying by the side of the road. You think it may have an effect different based on where it is in relation to the center of gravity?
Yes.
Fuel tanks. Fuel tanks. How many?
I think that that's a good number.
Okay.
I think you could go one fewer and then go a little longer on your other one, but I think that that's a decent start. Another thing
what do you mean a little longer on my other one?
Like you should do a second stage of liquid fuel underneath this.
Oh.
So
with with 2 burners?
So it'll be like these 4 tanks and then a jet.
Yeah.
And then a decoupler, and then like another 4 tanks, and then a jet.
That's extravagant.
Yeah.
Reliant?
Let's right click on these. So you've got let me see the other one. So this has got 240 thrust versus 215. So the Reliant is more powerful, but the yeah, let's use the Reliant. The Swivel is slightly more efficient in space, but I think on average the Reliant's gonna come out on top for efficiency, and also it's more powerful.
Now, are we gonna like strap 2 thumpers to the side of this thing?
We're gonna strap 3 thumpers.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna say that I disagree with saying that this is okay. I think you should just do 3 instead of 4.
Okay.
Here and do yeah, and then a decoupler, and then another like 3.
Now, what's the difference here?
It's just size. So you just want to match the circumference. So like, yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. And then just more tank.
Yeah, let's do another 3.
And another Reliant.
Yes, exactly.
What's the methodology behind having 2 liquid burners?
I can tell you exactly what the methodology is. You're gonna spend those 3 bottom tanks and then drop all that weight.
Right. But why?
The less weight you have, the more efficient your flight is. So you're gonna use the slower start to gain acceleration and then drop a bunch of dead weight and then have a light ship full of fuel.
Okay.
And then it's easier to land the smaller your ship is.
Right.
Here, this is just because I like the way it looks better, but you can click on this is gonna be tough. There's to the immediate right of the swivel jet are 4 little gray buttons.
Yeah.
The second of those buttons is called move. Click move and then click the topmost fuel thing. And now you can just drag that up a tiny bit and get rid of that
weird
unsightly.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate it. Now it's like a little too far. But
well, you can you're stepped, so if you go to the you can now you can like match it perfectly. Yeah, there you go. And another thing is, go to your power section. The lightning bolt. You're gonna want to give yourself a battery or two.
Where do I put it?
You can put it anywhere. I would probably put it on like one of the top fuel things, because you're gonna want to keep it the whole time. The inline, like I can't remember what it's called.
Reaction wheel.
Reaction wheel. Yeah, the reaction wheel takes electricity, and so does your SAS. And so what you don't want to happen is what happened in your last landing, where your thing spun out of control because you ran out of electric charge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should I have a service bay?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
What about a Science Boy Junior or whatever the fuck it's called?
Those are really heavy, and so you're going to get a big monetary reward.
All right.
You're gonna get a big monetary reward and science reward for going into orbit.
I guess it makes sense. Should I put a radiator panel on the battery? Is that a thing?
It is a thing. I think it'll be fine though.
Okay. I see. Oh. What is this for?
Good question.
Looking sick.
Yeah, just for being cool.
All right.
So if you look at I just want to show you something. Do you remember me talking to you about Delta V in the last episode?
Yes.
Do you remember what Delta V is?
Delta V is the acceleration.
Yes.
That a thruster is capable of in space?
It actually, by default, measures it at sea level, but you can change it to vacuum or anywhere in between. But it is essentially just the measure of your ship's ability to accelerate. And so if you look, there's a little handy thing. You've got in your first stage 871 meters per second of Delta V, and then in your second stage you've got 1,850 meters per second of Delta V, and that's good. It's a total of 2,700 about meters per second, and that is like just barely not enough to make it into space. And also, I'm not super confident in these thrusters' ability to like lift you at sea level anyway, because they're pretty early game thrusters. I genuinely don't remember. I mean, you could test it out and be like, how fast does this thing lift me? But I think this is the time to add like 3 small boosters.
Yes.
Solid fuel boosters with the radial decoupler.
Yes.
So I would do the 3 symmetry and then put some boosters. The only place you can't put it is over the shroud that covers the other. Yeah, it just doesn't want to go there.
Here.
Yeah, whatever. If you put it here and it looks a little weird, then you just lower it down. It'll be fine. And then you can use the move tool to like put it in the right spot anyway.
Looks perfect. Right?
Yeah, looks perfect.
Thumpers. Is it?
God, the thumpers are so intense. I guess probably compared to like this small ship, the thumpers are intense, but.
Oh, so that's what the domes are for, right? Or where'd they go? This thing?
Yep. No, that's an adapter. That's not It should be in the wing. Yeah, there. Yeah. Boom. Yeah,
Sweet.
just like that.
Oh,
This might
actually-
even be.
What?
This might even be a little bit of overkill because with the problem. No, I guess you're probably okay. Oh, here's a good idea. Hey, why don't you put some reactor wheels? Why don't you put some reactor wheels on the thumpers?
Like,
And then maybe another battery or two.
where? Like on top?
Yeah, like in between the nose cone, yeah. Because this will help you turn during your ascent, which is really hard to do when you've got these 3 super thrusty boosters. And you've got plenty of Delta V now.
Sweet. Oh, yeah. No.
Perfect.
Okay.
You want to separate your 2 decouplers there.
Oh.
Yeah. Put that one in a stage on its own above
Wait,
the rest of them.
where are the other ones?
They're
Oh, okay.
horizontal,
I see
so
where they are.
it's a burger, but it's a hot dog.
Excuse me?
One is a burger, one is a hot dog.
Okay. Now this is looking correct, I think.
I think you should put your solid fuel on the same stage as the... Yeah, to just put all your engines on at once. And if you feel like you're going like...
What are you saying? They are all
right
on the
now
same
you have
stage.
your solid fuel running without having your liquid fuel running simultaneously.
Okay, and you think I
Yeah,
should have
and you can turn them all on at once. And if you feel like you're going too fast and like wasting fuel, which I don't think is gonna happen, but you can always just turn down the liquid fuel, so it doesn't matter if it's on or not.
Is this gonna be a problem that they're attached at the top? Are they gonna be like too floppy down here?
Yeah, quite possibly. If you go to the structural thing, which is got like the crane, you might have. There you go. You get struts. Yeah, and so you can just near the bottom go from one to the other.
Like from one thumper to the other?
Yeah, and so the symmetry will automatically do it to the rest of them as well.
Whoa. That's sick. Look, we got struts, people.
Yeah, we got struts.
Will this thing even stand at the launch pad?
It doesn't matter because you've got
This thing.
that thing. But yes, it probably would.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it probably wouldn't because you've got your you've got
Thing a
the
little too
thumpers,
low.
which
Yeah.
would be very stable, slightly above the.
You know, let's
Reliant.
Well, actually, I guess it's good.
I think it's good at how it is. I think you
good
should just
how it
use
is.
the. You should just use the what's it called?
Now, is
like
this
the
gonna
stability thing.
is this gonna cause a is the struts gonna cause any problem in decoupling, like because they're not gonna
no.
move away from each other? I'll just,
No,
like,
you will
slide out.
basically just slide right
Yeah.
through them because they're gonna run out of fuel, and you're gonna be going 1,000 meters a second. I have had it happen where strut or no strut, a booster has like knocked into my thing, and so what I tend to do is like when I'm decoupling my my radial thrusters, I tend to slow down and sort of skirt through them a little bit. Hey, you never attached the structural thing?
Oh, I wasn't sure if we.
Yeah, you should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do we attach it? Like here?
Perfect. Yep, that's exactly right.
Is it? Snap. Well, whatever. Fins?
Fins schmins.
Fin schmins?
Yeah, I would maybe do 2 fins, like, on the main body of the thing, like, near the bottom. I basically never have fins on my top thing, like, on my final stage. Like, I just don't really need them.
Wow.
I think it'll make you too stable.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably
I should keep
good.
this one?
Yeah, keep that one. That's fine.
Okay.
You've got those reaction wheels. I would add a couple more battery packs.
Ooh. 2 more?
Yeah. Have 3 total. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. Oh.
You could do the
I have this one in the back because I have this big parachute only on one side. It's kind of like a balance. Are we ready to launch?
I think we're ready to launch. You should save it. You should save this as your...
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. You have too many parts.
Oh.
How many parts do you have?
Too many parts.
Well, you should save this. You should not save it as Untitled Spacecraft, but instead save it as... whatever you want.
The Thumper. It's because it's got 3 thumps.
And now
three
resave
thump
it.
together make a thump.
Okay.
Okay.
And then go to your open page and see how many parts it has. You have 39. So
that's
pretty...
a lot.
So okay.
All right. First,
I'll say this.
we can lose this one.
There's a pretty easy thing that you could do also, which is take away one of your battery packs and take away the 3 inline things inside
the thumpers.
Yeah, and then take away your fins. Well, how many is that now? Save it again. See how many that is now.
How about... Oh, let's do this. I'll take off the struts.
And just move
the decoupler down. And then I can move the... I also don't need the stabilizer thing now because it'll stand.
Yeah.
I'm going to move these a little, though. They look very silly.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, you go a little higher. Yeah, there you go. All right, save it and let's see how many parts.
It's gotta be less than 30. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
All right, let's go. We can even add back on one of the battery packs. We wanted to be crazy.
CDS says first VAB upgrade should be pretty cheap. I actually think it's 250,000 and they've got 222,000. I think we're slightly off, but I could be wrong. That's just my memory from a couple minutes ago when we were looking at upgrade costs.
Battery packs.
Battery packs.
All right.
Wait, actually,
What?
consider not having a battery pack and instead having some science, because you need some science.
What science?
Probably goo. Probably mystery goo. I
Why?
think that gives you the most. Orbital goo is a high quality goo.
But you don't think I should bring it in a bag? Just strap it.
Just strap it.
Well, now am I taking off one? Oh. Okay, bye. I'll put that back on in a second. You're a little off. Do you realize this? Do you realize that you're a little off? No, not you.
What do you mean a little off? They're mirrors. They're mirrored.
I meant like aesthetically from the rest of the rocket. It was out of sync with the window on the command pod.
Okay.
And what did you want me to get?
I wanted you to do 2 batteries and a goo instead of 3 batteries.
Okay.
You're
Battery.
1 battery shy.
Battery.
Wow, you moved all of the thrusters to make it line up, but then you're just hand placing batteries.
They're
Like a
snapped.
cretin.
Well, that's the only way to do
Okay,
the.
fair.
And look how
Not
good
the
I got
only
it.
way.
So good.
Not the only way. I'll tell you how you can do it.
Oh.
You can do it with 3, and then you can right-click the one you don't want and say remove from symmetry.
Okay. Well, but we're done.
But this is good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Go back out to the overview, and see if you can afford the upgrade.
Oh my god. Oop.
No, not there. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is that what that's what? Oh.
Hey.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. How much is the upgrade for the VAB, by the way?
Too much.
225? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you were $3,000 shy before. Now you're 53 shy. That's fine.
I don't know which thumper is the one that I want. I guess they're the
same. They look the same to me.
Yeah. They're exactly the same.
Your Jeb's gonna get to level 1 if you could pull this off. Why don't you save your game too at the launch pad?
Okay. Wow. So upgrade. So high
I know
tech.
you're no longer on a dirt patch. How's it feel?
Honestly, kind of feels like I'm betraying my earthy
Your roots, your Kerbal
yeah.
roots. Yeah. Press go
How do
escape. Escape. Save. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Well, double check your staging because it looks like it's not right.
Right. You wanted it like this.
Yeah. That is how I wanted it. Okay, so here's your orbiting tip.
Okay.
The easiest way to orbit is actually what we've already been doing, which is to use D to make us go west, because on our nav ball, north is down, so D will bring us west. And that is a very easy orbit. It's the easiest direction to orbit in. It's actually so much easier to orbit that usually what you do is you do that like equatorial orbit, and then like reorient based on like however you want to go from there. So you're gonna want to go pretty much straight up for the first like 10 or 13,000 meters, and then we're gonna start angling close to 45 degrees.
Okay.
So remember your stability assist.
Ready?
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Remember your stability assist. Stop doing that. What are you doing?
I want
It
to.
scares
I
me.
want to see what Jeb sees.
Okay. Jeb sees that you're rotating for some reason.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. You're off center. You should press that E to like.
E.
Yeah, E. Yeah, there you go. That's it. And tap D a bit.
Yeah.
That's the line you want to be on. No, you're twisting more. All right, release.
Oh,
you never turn on your thruster.
Oh well, it's on now.
Okay, you're going the wrong direction.
Which direction am I going?
You want to be going west. You're all twisted and your thrusters off.
I'm not all. You told me to twist. You told me to hit E. This is all your fault.
I think maybe you weren't looking at the nav ball. That's how I could tell you were twisted. So you're still twisted. Hit tap E again. A little more. See, that's the line you want to be lined up with that. See that 90?
Yeah.
Okay, now go up a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. That's where you want to be. You want to be there. Oh, actually, no, you don't want to be there. You're like way too high for the angle. Restart this flight.
Bro.
Well, look at the map. Oh, no. We can look at the map first because it's a. So look at the map. Yeah, M. Now look at now you have your apoapsis thing. You can see how high that is. That's like too high for you to not have started turning already. I don't know if you remember I said like between 10 and like 15,000 meters you should be angling yourself to the right. Yeah, there's that twist again. You're twisting.
No, I don't have any fins.
Well, you should not let yourself twist. You're off by 180 degrees. There you go. There you go. See that? See that? The thing about orbiting, Kylie, is that it's very precise. Is it fighting you? Oh, you didn't have your thrusters on again. But it's okay. You got to now angle about...
fuck off. Come on. I know you wanna. You piece of shit. Fuck you.
It's fine. You can use the momentum to swing back the other way, but I've lost track of where you need to be.
Let's do it. Fucking shit. Let's go.
No, you want to... okay, yeah. So that 90 that's to your right, to the right of the center of the nav ball, aim at that. Aim at that 90. Or... yeah, right down. Now go down. Yeah, see the yellow mark there?
Yeah.
Aim for that. Aim for that yellow mark. There you go. And now try to bring it in line with where the red meets the blue. The orange meets the blue, whatever. So now you're widening that circle.
That's me.
Angle it up a little bit more. Towards that 90.
I have to say, I'm always very flattered that you expect me to know which keys will perform which movements.
Okay.
Like,
let's reverse
you're
flight.
always like, put the rocket more up, and I'm just like, bro, I rotated like 1080 degrees. I have idea where I am.
Let's revert flight.
Whee!
No, that was
Are we
that was
sure
bad.
about this?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
That's fine. I know.
No fun, honestly. Look. Wow, it's so good. What's wrong with this?
Well, let's look at the circle. I don't know. What is wrong with it?
I don't know.
How high is your apoapsis?
It's on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, go zoom out. Go to the map, zoom out. You can zoom out and see the whole... Ooh. Oh, it's bad. That's bad. I mean, it's fine. You actually can orbit. So go to the apoapsis, navigate there with your, like, in the map view. So click that line, see if... Can you warp yet, or do you not have that?
No.
Okay. When you update...
well, there's this... clock.
You have your stupid alarm clock. Yeah, you can just why don't you just use the normal fast forward button.
To do what?
Fast forward to that apoapsis, and then you're just gonna very, very slightly boost into the prograde.
Look at us. We're up in space.
You're super up in space. You don't quite
Look,
have an orbit yet.
We've got a
you're
view,
very close.
though. Stars, sun and stars.
Oh no, you're out of fuel.
Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah, you should revert your flight. Because that's the thing you drop. I don't know if you noticed or if you did it as a joke, but you dropped a bunch of fuel.
What? Fuck you. No, I didn't.
You did.
You jackass. No.
Pretty sure you dropped a bunch of fuel.
Get fucked. Absolutely not did I do that.
You didn't when you
No.
in your last stage
How
you didn't
dare
drop
you.
it before the fuel ran out?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure you did. I could be wrong.
I'm
anyway.
disgusted.
Oh my god. Your parts are coming off.
What? Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Do they do that?
Yeah. When you rotate a bunch, it starts stretching off of the body of the thing. Yeah. Anyway, you should revert flight. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to use the nav ball because I feel like I'm saying very normal, followable things about the nav ball, and you're absolutely not doing what I'm saying. Okay, so do you see the V and the dot on the nav ball?
Yeah.
That's you.
I
You're
know.
that. So when you hit, it's inverted, right? So when you hit S, you make the V go up on the ball.
Yeah.
And so whatever
Usually.
direction. No, always, all the time.
Okay.
It always moves like up. And then W moves it down, and then A moves it to the left, and D moves it to the right. And it doesn't matter how you are oriented, because the nav ball is always the nav ball. And so, like, if you're at, 320 degrees, and 340 degrees is where you want to go, and it's above the little V, then S is what you want to do to make it move, basically make the ball move down across that V. Does that make sense?
No, I mean I do understand this part of it, but I'm just not good enough yet at like using the nav ball.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
when
and
you
so I'm
ask me to do something and I have literally 3 seconds to do it before I miss my window, that's tricky.
So here's the other. This is like a more followable tip. Do you see the line that extends across the flat portion of the V that goes from like basically the equator of the thing? If you're and on the right side there's like a 90 in the center.
Yeah.
See that? So you will want to stay on that line. You do not want to deviate from that line. So from where you are now, the exact radial out, like nose pointed at the 360 degree up of that ball. You just want to stay on that one line the entire orbit, basically. And so you don't really need me to tell you where to be as long as you're on that line. Do you have the parts to do this? You don't have the parts to do this. You can take off the nose cones.
I really like the nose cones though.
Yeah, I like the nose cones, but
No,
if
we
you've
don't
been-
like this fucking goo.
No, you use the goo. You get like 30 signs from that goo.
Alright.
Do the goo.
Dude, you know what I saw in a store yesterday?
What's that?
Flamin' hot Mountain Dew. What is even happening?
Flamin' hot Mountain Dew?
Flamin' hot
Ugh.
Mountain Dew.
Ew.
What is even this world anymore?
This is what happens when you legalize marijuana and allow capitalism to accept stoners as a consumer class. This is why though they should have stayed underground. Obviously, I'm long since been on the record for decriminalization and expunging of records and everything related to getting people with marijuana offenses out of jail, including not prosecuting anymore. Oh, you're still spinning.
No.
But you see that line now that I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just stay on that line, and you want to be going to the right instead of the left. You're slightly tilted left.
No.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay to spin. It's okay to spin. The reason I was telling you not to spin was just to keep you from you didn't turn your stability assist on. Oh, and you also forgot your thruster again. That's okay. All right. D. Just do D on that line. Yeah, there you go. Go to the 9. Go to that 90. And now go even further down. Go between the 90 and the 180. Yeah, a little lower on that line.
I can't.
You're spinning around. What's the deal there? Just hard to control?
I'm just trying to keep myself on the line so it's easier.
You're very
good?
swimmy on that line.
Well, my ship is a swimmy ship.
Were you already out of fuel on that thing?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. You're on the wrong line.
Why does it matter what line I'm on?
Every deviation from that line is a waste of fuel.
Well, we need to find a way to make this thing more stable, because that's really the problem, is that it swims.
I think maybe the I'm trying to think, because like I've used ships that look just like that ship, and I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking get out of here.
See, look, all that fuel, you have tons of fuel to make an orbit. It's just that you did a bad job of using it. Look how spin.
It does stabilize you, though.
Yeah.
I lost this rotation because I started spinning too much and it stabilized it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyways. How can I make this more stable? That's why I put the fins on, but...
You can maybe move the fins onto the thumpers instead of out on the center thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a maybe.
Definite maybe. And now you are you sure you want the first liquid booster on the first stage? I don't see the point.
Okay, so the thing is that, and this is no judgment, this is your first time doing an orbit, I get it, it's hard. If you were good at this, you would be really efficiently getting yourself at the right angle at the right time.
There are so many other words you could choose, like experienced. You know, if you had done this many times.
What's the point of experience if you're still dog shit at it? It's the important part is that you've got to be good. Okay. If you were more effectively maintaining the correct angle at the correct altitude, you could use basically the having the liquid fuel on will just get you out of the atmosphere faster, and the longer you spend in the atmosphere, the less efficient your boosters are. And so if you can really effectively if you can make a really efficient orbit, which is basically like getting it so that your highest point is around 80,000 meters, and then getting it so that then circularizing that so your lowest point is also about 80,000 meters, then you will have used less fuel by getting out of the atmosphere faster, essentially.
Should I launch?
Turn on your stability assist.
Yay!
And then why don't you turn the liquid fuel on just a quarter of the way, just to start. That might also be why, because you keep launching without using it. So being slightly... being at the will of the thumpers might be like why you've been spinning, because your whole center mass is not participating in the thrust.
Can I launch?
All right, go for it.
Yay!
It's looking good so far.
So much more stable. That's the movie angle. That's what every movie loves to show you. Wow.
Right. So you're fast approaching 10,000 meters. So I want you to start inching left with D. Are you pressing the right button? Are you using a controller?
No. I'm pushing D.
When you hit D, it
Why don't you fucking... I think what I need is for you to get off my D. That seems like the main problem I have right now. That fucking exploded so fast. They must have hit each other or something.
Okay, so you're going to want to restart this flight.
This doesn't seem extremely doable. It seems like if I waited a little bit, this would be much easier.
The difference between being able to do it and not being able to do it, I think, really comes down to like proficiency with with like maintaining the right angle, like on the nav ball, which there isn't like an upgrade for make the ship fly better. You do get obviously you get parts that make the ship fly better,
it more correctly.
No, this is like a totally like this.
Every time I hit D, you start flipping out and thinking I'm doing not
keep
that.
Spinning. I don't understand why you keep spinning. Okay. Let's try one more thing, and then we can go back to...
Oh, that's why.
Oh, you've got a bad kind of fin.
I have... These fins cause rotation.
Yeah.
Because of how they're placed, I guess. Oh, because these are for, like, planes.
Yeah, those are for planes.
God damn it.
I thought that you put a normal kind of fin for rockets.
I don't know what the difference is. I am baby. I am baby, and I've never been wrong, so jot this down.
Alright, let's get some normal fins on there.
Which ones are normal?
The winglets are normal, I think.
Okay.
CTS says winglets turn, so not the winglets.
They don't look like they turn.
Well, let's turn. Let's see. Wiggle.
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. No, they don't turn. You're wrong.
Stupid
Press
idiot.
T.
No, I'm still rotating.
You see, you didn't put on stability assist. See, there you go. You stopped.
Okay.
All right. So you're about to hit 1,000 meters.
It is.
When you're at 6,000 meters, I want you to start nudging D to tilt to the right. And also, I want you to turn on your thruster a bit. Yeah, there you go.
It is. It's turning.
It is still turning.
Maybe it's
Were
just.
we wrong?
Maybe it's
were
not
we wrong that
maybe
CTS
the
was wrong.
Maybe the turn isn't graphically represented, but it still happens.
This is why I don't use winglets. I hate winglets. I hate wings.
Basic fin. Well, wasn't it? It was already turning. It was. We had this problem before we had any fins.
Okay, so here's what I think we need to do.
What?
Go back to the I mean, we can do this one if you want. I mean, you don't actually have to stop yourself from rotating as long as you can keep yourself. Yeah, it's very goofy. As long as you can keep yourself on the right line. Like, it's not a problem that you're rotating. The problem was just that you were rotating and also losing track of like where you were supposed to be going. Oh no, Jebediah, no. Okay, so I want you to put the single one, I basically want you to there's room for 6 of these around the radial position, right? There's room for 1 thumper in between each existing thumper.
Okay.
Just conceptualize that.
Wow, I'm conceptualizing it.
I want you to reorient these 3 so they are in the spot where those imaginary other 3 should be. So I guess take the one on the far side.
Dude,
and
I got
put
it. Relax.
Okay. Okay. This is what I want. And then fins or whatever you want to do.
No. Cones. Put the cones back. But what do we think our turn issue is being caused by?
I don't know. Well, so I had the idea that it was just caused by the way the 3 thumpers were oriented, that like as you start turning, like one of them turns at a weird angle and was causing it to spin.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, maybe if you just slightly alter the angle, it won't you won't run into that same problem. I mean, I can't tell you how many
sounds fake
center rocket with 3 radial rocket spaceships I've built over the years. This is like the most normal thing in the world.
How do we bring up that thing where it shows us like where the center of gravity is and stuff?
Yeah, right there, yeah. Dude, that's center of thrust. The one to the left of it is center of gravity.
Well, I was looking at the center of thrust. I mean...
Very normal center of gravity.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Like... Oh, well, the one thing we do have is these asymmetrical things on the outside.
No, we're like blasting off of the Earth with like thousands of pounds of force.
I mean, Kerbin.
Kerbin. We're blasting off of, well, technically
The
any
Kerbin
planet
Earth.
is any planet made of dirt is an Earth.
Let's go launch our perfect rocket. I mean, do you think Jebediah's SAS just isn't good enough yet?
No. SAS stays to say it doesn't get better. I mean, you get more abilities with it, but it doesn't get better, like, more stable.
Oh. You want the center booster just at 25?
Yeah, that's good for now. Don't want you going too fast.
Actually, that's not 25, is it?
It's like 30. Press T. Stupid asshole. Who, Jebediah?
Like the ship, but also yes. Fucking what the heck?
It's all right. This is salvageable. So, all right, get out of those. Oh, you're good. You're good still. You blew up a little bit. Go straight to like a 60-degree angle here. 60 on the other side of 90. Go increase your booster. It'll be easier to turn the more boost you've got. Yep, there you go.
Is this what we want?
Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now check your apoapsis.
No!
What happened? What happened? Oh, you pressed spacebar. Oh no.
My apoapsis is this. This is
Yeah,
my
you would have made
apoapsis.
it. Oh wait, no. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, it's
bye.
fine. It's fine. Well, now we know. Look at that. You got it. That was a tough one because you forgot to put the SAS on at the very beginning, and so you spent the first half of the flight struggling against that, and we still, if you didn't press the spacebar by mistake, would have gotten a good orbit out of that.
Rip.
Rip.
It's not still salvageable?
No, it's not. I mean, it maybe was, but you kept using all your fuel. You could probably land.
I don't want to land. I want to live.
A couple people said that
space.
you might be better off with 2 boosters, and so the first thing is that they already are like with 2, the margin on the delta V to get into a stable orbit, it would be a lot thinner, and I think that, hey, that's an orbit.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's not a stable orbit, so you're not gonna get anything from it. But oh no,
Whoa.
don't! You're gonna crash into. Oh, you didn't crash. Hey, what's your periapsis at?
I don't know what that means.
Go press map. Look at the PE.
Oh, okay.
That's not a stable orbit. You are gonna crash into the ground. So you did not achieve an orbit because it's
What?
not.
Oh.
Because it's not. If you spun around the Earth like 10, maybe like 7 more times or less. Yeah. So it's probably like 5 to 7 more times. You would eventually just crash into the Earth.
Yeah, I know. Look at me go.
So we have 3 boosters because I think that they need the margin of error that provides. I think if we could get into orbit with only 2 thumpers, the margins would be razor thin. And I also don't think it's that easy to do like a 3 in a row like bi-radial rocket. Like I always feel like they're really hard to turn, which is the exact problem that we're already having. You should revert your thing, unless you just want to experiment with crashing into the ground.
I mean, I'm just.
You can check out your apoapsis. I bet it's not happy. Look at its.
I mean,
do you feel good that you did an orbit?
no.
I mean, it's not a good orbit.
Last time we played Kerbal, I felt like everything you were saying to me made sense, and we were going together. Now I feel like I'm playing a game I don't know how to play, but that you know how to play, and it's just like a test of like, can I make my mouse and keyboard do the things you say in time? And I don't feel like I'm understanding anything that's going on.
Okay,
I
what
still
are you
have
not
no
understanding?
idea what apoapsis and periapsis are.
I did tell you what they are. It is the highest point and lowest point of your orbit.
Okay. And what will that ever tell me?
You need to have a certain altitude for an orbit to be stable. And so that is the immediate, that is why they're relevant. This is why I brought them up. You're not in space until you're at about 75,000 meters. I think that 80,000 is sort of like what people say, but technically it's like 70,000, but it's 80,000 meters is like what everyone agrees. That's an orbit.
Oh yeah, look at me.
And so if your periapsis is below space, then that means that it's within the atmosphere, and every time you go through it, it's putting drag on your ship. And so you need to know how far your orbit is in order to even have an orbit. Like if you're just like, I don't know, that looks good. But then the other thing is, you use it to judge your distance from things. So like you would use your orbit, you enlarge your orbit in order to put yourself in the path of other things. So it's like, okay, so I have a periapsis at like 80,000, and what I want to do is grow my apoapsis until it is within encounter distance with the moon, and that's how you like get to the moon. So you use your
I'm sorry,
apoapsis
where do you get
to the moon?
Okay.
Which is a moon. A minmus is the other moon.
A minmus?
Yeah. So that's what you're doing. So as you fly straight up, right, you're creating an arc. Like you can think of, you throw a ball in the air, and it creates an arc on the ground. And an orbit is just, what if you threw the ball so hard that it looped around the Earth forever and ever and ever. And that's all an orbit is. And so when you go straight up, you're only ever going to come, until a ridiculous degree of up. You're only ever going to come straight down eventually, being pulled back in by the Earth's gravity. And so the reason that we're following this line and boosting into this line is that we want to create acceleration going upward, so that then we can spend time going sideways to turn our crescent elliptical orbit into a circular orbit. And because it's so difficult to do that, you need a ton of force, which means you need a ton of rocketry, and you need a ton of fuel, and you need to make sure that those are balanced out. You need to have enough fuel to get you into space, but enough rockets to lift the fuel, and then enough fuel to power those rockets, etc., back and forth. That's why, like, the goal is to create as an efficient an orbit as possible so that you're not wasting fuel, which then comes in handy when you're doing things like going to other planets. Do you want to try a different mission? Get yourself some money?
No.
Say no?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other principles of the orbit that you're not sure about?
Yeah. Miss Trunchbull.
Orbit. I don't get it.
Any other principles of orbit? I assume that Miss Trunchbull is one of the principles.
Is she from Matilda?
She's the mean principal from Matilda.
Yeah. And you would consider her of orbit?
She could be. I'm not here to say that she's not. See, now why is it so bad? Oops.
Ooh. No, you're good. You're good. Now, press Z now. Now X, and then try to swoop back around, and at the height of this blue. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. And you're almost there. And now Z again. Yeah, there you go. And now hit that. Yeah. And now, right there. This is perfect. Stay right there. And go a tiny, press a little bit S to get you back up on that line. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. I think this is going great so far. Why don't you check the map and see how high that point is? Look at the height of the apoapsis.
I have to say, I'm so annoyed. It just didn't really occur to me. It is so annoying every time I hit the map that I'm so zoomed out and have to, like... Well, that time I wasn't, but whatever. I guess it resets.
Yeah, it saves your position. You're out of fuel here. Yeah, there you go. Check the apoapsis.
Should I
check?
accelerate?
No, you got to look at how high it is. You got to look at it.
What? Oh,
there you go.
What does that
mean?
mean?
Now that means you're 83,000 at your peak. So now you want to just burn sideways. So right at the line where the blue meets the orange, you're going to burn sideways, full speed. And then look what this does if you go to the map view while you're boosting. Look what this does to the orbit.
Yeah.
See, it grows it sideways. This is exactly what you want to be doing. Now, I would cut a little bit or all the way. Yeah, now wait till you get a little closer to it and start burning again, because that will really efficiently, like, you're at the highest
Get closer
peak,
to what?
The apoapsis.
Oh, okay.
And so you're at the highest peak, and then you're burning sideways, and it's going to really efficiently grow the weakest peak. And that's what you want to do to circularize the orbit. You're going super fast. This is great. You got a ton of fuel left. I mean, you have just barely enough fuel to do this, but in a good way. Just barely enough fuel. Sorry, just barely enough fuel to do this and probably survive a landing. Is what I meant to say.
Yeah. Look at Jeb. He's stoked.
Yeah. All right. Let's see that map. Let's see where we are. You got time, but. And now, I would say, once you're right about here, I think. I think now you should start burning.
Full?
And now let's check that map. Let's stay in map view because you're not really going to rotate at all. And zoom out. Let's see the other side of the planet. And eventually, your thing's going to emerge from the other side of the planet.
Right.
And you're going to be like, that's an orbit.
Yeah.
Cut your fuel. All right, now let's get a little closer to the thing again.
Ooh.
But see, it's almost peeking out there. And that's an orbit.
Wow.
You can actually zoom. You can zoom. You can, what's the word? Fast forward. Because you're in space.
You can time zoom.
You can time zoom. This time you want to be like right past the apoapsis to get, because it's high enough. We don't need it to get any higher. The higher it gets, like I would consider anything above 80,000, unless you're specifically trying to get like a much higher orbit, is like a waste of fuel, basically. And now get yourself to that yellow dot on the yeah, there you go.
Boop, 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 boop,
And then
boop,
now you've nudged there. Look at the map view and just stay on the map view while you burn so that you can see on the other side of it.
Should I be burning more?
Oh, there it is. Let's wait. No, stop. Okay, perfect. There you go. That's an orbit.
Wow.
See your periapsis.
Wow.
Like, do you see it very quickly switch sides to where you are?
Yes.
Yeah, that is like the circularization effect. So you've pushed the short side to be as high as where you just were at the highest side.
Jebediah, you're in orbit now. What do you think, buddy?
The first Kerbal on Kerman.
The first Kerbal in orbit. First Kerbal in a lot of things in space.
Yeah.
But that's fine. He deserves it.
Look at the font on the thing. It's such a bad font.
I know. It doesn't even like. It might as well be fucking Impact. Like. That's it. I mean, I guess that's the whole game, right? We just beat Kerbal Space Program. There's really nothing else.
Well, let's look at the map
game.
view again. Let's zoom out a bit.
Like what? Like here?
Maybe a little more. Oh, there's something in the distance there. Oh, look at that.
That's the Mun. Yeah, that's
the Mun. And now,
so there's one more thing in the game.
Yeah. Actually, looks like maybe there's another line over there if you want to zoom out a little bit. Yeah. That's Minmus.
What?
Yeah, but I think maybe even you could zoom out even a little further.
Moon. What? Well, surely it doesn't zoom out further than this.
What?
Oh
Wait,
no!
what?
Oh no!
Did you know how many planets were in this game?
More or less. Pretty cool stuff.
Pretty cool stuff.
When do I get to build an orbital space station?
I've been playing Kerbal for 100 and I'll probably say like it's including the beta that's like not in my current Steam thing. I probably play like 200 something hours of Kerbal, and I think you could do it faster than I did it, but I just finished the second module of 3 on my first ever space station.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Good job, Thomper.
Would you like to land your Kerbal?
I mean, I would. I feel like we should take a more minute to just enjoy. You know,
he will live if you just want to keep him up there for like a few months.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't want Jebediah to. I don't want him to come to resent his place.
Do your science that we worked so hard to keep there. Also, while you're fast forwarding, you should turn off SAS and stuff so that you don't drain battery.
10 science.
Oh, you were in space near Kerman. That's. I guess that's. I thought there was a specific like you're in orbit one, but that's okay. This was a good one to get. I think you're already at your highest point.
I had definitely observed the goo in space before, so it must have given me some new, even further out in space level just now.
Yeah. And then there's another even further out, like, in space high above Kerbin or something.
All right, so do we want to... well, I have to take like a 1 minute break, but when I get back, we'll land, and maybe that's a stream.
Sure. I'm also, if you wanted to pick another like smaller challenge to do, I'm up for that too.
I think I'm good.
Wow, Kylie's giving up on Kerbal.
No, this was just a lot.
It was a lot. This is hard to do. Like, we did this because I thought it would be good for a stream, and also I think it's good for Kerbal. I think it makes Kerbal more fun if you get a taste of orbit early. Like, it builds a lot of skills being able to get into orbit, which is why I thought it would be a good idea to do it. But it is like it took me like weeks of playing to do an orbit.
All right,
and then I did an orbit, and I was like, oh wow, I wish they taught me how to do this.
Yeah, it's wild.
I actually think that part of the fun of the Kerbal experience is like every time you need to take that next step, like every time I have something new that I have to do, I have to go online to figure out how to do it. So the experience actually isn't a lot different than what we just did, where I'm like, no, you have to do this and this and like, except it's instead of me literally watching every single thing that you do, it's like reading a guide being like, how do you transfer fuel from one ship to another ship?
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. While Kylie's gone, for anyone watching on YouTube or in the Twitch chat now, I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, you should make sure to follow us on twitch.tv/runbutton. And if you're on Twitch, you should make sure to follow us at youtube.com/runbutton. That's where most of our stuff is. And of course, you can support the show by going to contentburger.biz. That is the Run Button Patreon. Right now, going up for patrons is the start of our Metal Gear Solid 3 Let's Play. Of course, we've recently finished Metal Gear Solids 1 and 2. 3 is going up for patrons, and when it's all out, it's going to start coming out for everybody. And then, of course, patrons also get access to those streams. So whenever we do like recording sessions for our Let's Plays, we stream those to our patrons. And we hopefully will be starting another patron-exclusive Let's Play soon. So you should join for that too.
Oh, yeah.
Contentburger.biz.
Now, how do I land this thing?
Okay, so go to your map view for me.
Hate the map view.
The thing about, you'll learn to love the map view. The thing about landing, you only have 782 meters per second of deceleration.
Yeah.
But you have 2,222 meters per second of speed.
Yeah.
That's rough. You've got a very small craft, and so it should be pretty easy to just get that deceleration from the atmosphere. So it's going to be a tough landing. But the question then is, how do we deorbit in the most efficient way possible? That's a good idea. Do you have an answer to that question? From where should we start our deceleration
Is it from our periapsis?
Almost. You have the right idea.
The
but
apoapsis?
It is right, exactly. Because what happens is when you start decelerating at the apoapsis, it is the periapsis that starts shrinking.
Right.
So what we want to do is we want to go to the apoapsis and pepper on the retrograde, which is the yellow circle with the X in it. That actually after this mission, Jebediah is going to level up and is going to have an automatic SAS to periapsis and apoapsis. So it's going to be much easier to do a lot of things. But you're going to want to turn SAS back on, get to that one there, that yellow with the X in it, and sort of feather on the shift and control keys to turn on and off your engine until your periapsis is like 15,000 meters above sea level. And that is going to give you a really, really shallow descent.
Okay. We want a shallow descent.
You want a shallow descent. We want to spend as much time as possible with our ship getting decelerated by the atmosphere. Oh no, Tidemon says, I got into orbit for the first time yesterday, but burned up during re-entry. Poor Jeb. That's very sad.
So sad.
Rip Jeb. Revert to landing.
Revert to Jeb.
Revert to Jeb. I think it's wild that people are still, I mean, I know we're playing it on a stream, but I think it's wild that people are still like playing, doing Kerbal stuff for the first time.
Obviously they were only playing it because they saw our video and were
that's
like,
what it is.
I gotta play that. It was
more
so
copycats.
So what am I doing?
Okay, so let's look at the map view. Let's look at our periapsis.
And it's
if you actually right click on it, that number will just stay up, so you don't have to be. Now I want you to feather that control. You do want to stay in the map view though.
Oh.
I mean, I guess there is a button so that you can see those numbers when you're not in the map view, but I think the map view gives a really good visual indication of what's going on. If you want the button, it's the purple button to the bottom left.
Are we feathering like this?
Feather like that. So you can see how it's going down. It's already gone down like 30,000. And so you want to get it to about like 15. Yeah, look at that. See that? And so this is like the secret of orbits is like the stuff you do on one end doesn't affect you. It affects you in 20 minutes at the other side.
Right. So what do I want to get the periapsis down to?
Like 15,000. There you go. Yeah, great. And so, and then you can fast forward back into atmosphere if you want. I would maybe save it again just in case. First landing, you'll have to save scum on your first ever orbital descent, especially when you're doing it with very little fuel.
If it's in the game, it's not cheating.
If it's in the game, it's not cheating. All right, let's get you back on
what, like the looking
the retrograde. So you basically want to be facing away from your descent. That's what retrograde is, just like prograde is nose into your ascent and then or into your acceleration, and then retrograde is your tail into your acceleration, essentially. So at around 53,000 meters, you're going to start glowing. That's when you want to pay close attention, because you don't really want to start using up a ton of your gas, but you also don't want to explode.
Right.
So what you can do is you can take a look at your speed down at the nav thing, and you maybe just want to turn on your one. Not once you start glowing red, so you don't have to do it yet. But once you start when the like overheating bars show up,
Talk faster.
accelerate just enough to where you are counteracting acceleration. So you want to be like, instead of just barely ticking up going faster, you want to be just barely ticking up going slower.
Right. So like that.
Yeah. And if you also see yourself slipping on the nav ball, like the SAS can't hold, then you definitely want to accelerate. Okay, yeah. So maybe turn on a little bit. Yeah, like that. Just burn for a bit. Maybe one or two little presses up. Yeah, like right there, yeah. Keep it, hold it steady. Yeah, there. And then try to follow the retrograde dot. And then SAS should hold it where you move it to.
I'm almost out of fuel here.
Okay, stop accelerating. Let it take its course. And then around 20 when the glow stops and you're like you have like a white glow, like it's just like wind whipping past you instead of flying. That's when you want to do a little bit more decelerating.
Okay.
Tense, very tense. Give it a save. Give it a glow time save.
Wow. Okay.
All right, move yourself a little bit.
No, I mean, when I said if it's in the game, it's not cheating. I didn't know you were gonna save scum again.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just part of it. Also is like it kind of takes a long time, right? Like it's a big thing to read.
It's true.
And it's your first one. This is not an ideal landing, you know. All right, turn on your jet just a little bit. Yeah. This is good. This is good stuff. You're totally gonna make this landing.
Sick.
For sure.
All right.
I would just activate your
parachutes.
Your parachutes. Might as well.
Look at us.
Yeah,
we're in, baby.
Yeah, we're in.
That's the hat.
Definitely have this. You don't have to use any more jet, and you can save the rest of those jets for.
Wow.
You can save the rest of those jets for when you land to make sure that you're going like between 4 and 8 meters per second.
Unbelievable.
Look at that. Perfect. Picture perfect.
Look at that parachute dong. It's bulbous. This is bulbous and excited, just like me right now.
Jeb's horrible shrunken nuts. I hope Jeb's nuts go back to normal size soon.
Jeb has the biggest nuts. Heb. I think about that upside down exclamation mark before the name Jeb way more often than anyone should.
Alright, you should try and point your nose so that you're going, yeah, okay. You just want to be pointed as up as possible. You're still good. Your parachute's going to slow you down a little bit more, I think. Let's take a look. Zoom out a little bit. Wait, no. Stop doing that. Zoom out.
Oh, like this kind of.
Yeah, that parachute is not even opened yet, so you're gonna slow down even more if you can believe it. You're still going like too fast to land, but with your parachute not even. Yeah, there you go. That's an opened up parachute. Let's see where this drops you, because you might not have to do anything. You might be perfect. All right, so when you're still, click the sea level meter so that it shows yeah, okay. Um, you're still 500 meters above the ground, and when you're below 50, that's when you should feather on that, like very gently turn on your burner just so that you can get below 10. I don't want you to accidentally explode at the very end here. That'd be very sad.
We could save right
You're
here.
unlikely to die here. Very unlikely to die. Probably just what will happen is like the bottom two things will explode if you don't nail the final little feather.
Hey man, I tried to tell you we needed that third decoupler.
Well, but then you would lose your science.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have just put the science on the thing. A little higher, a little higher. Yeah, there you go.
Whoa,
no,
too much. Oh my god.
All right, you're good. Perfect.
Oh, poor
Flawless
Jeb.
landing. No one saw it.
Poor Jeb. Crew report, man. Crew report. Yeah, okay.
Ooh, should have crew reported from orbit. I thought we did.
We did, but it gave no science. I thought. Wow, what a fruitful mission.
Very fruitful mission, and you made like I think like $200,000 from that too.
I better have.
And you earned
21
some science.
XP gained. Advanced to level 1.
Level 1 is great. You're gonna love level
before.
1.
Oh wow, okay. You're gonna love the way Jebediah looks.
So level 0, pilots have SAS. At level 1, they have SAS that stabilizes them, but then they can also set it to automatically follow the retrograde and prograde circles.
Cool.
So we are ending things.
We've got enough. Yeah, we've got enough for advanced rocketry. Should I get that one?
I think so.
Okay.
This one in particular doesn't have like a ton of really interesting stuff in it. The Terrier is great because it's a really efficient thing to have in space. So right click on it for me.
Oh.
So if you see under engine,
yeah,
it says your engine ISP. That's basically the efficiency. And so at sea level, the efficiency is 85. That's a dog shit. But in a vacuum, its efficiency is 345. That's really good. It's like one of the best engines to use in space in the whole game.
Cool.
So that's great. And so that's very useful. You'll use that a lot. But it gets you closer to a lot more useful stuff.
Do I need to save, or is it like, does it auto save?
It auto saves, but I always save anyway. I don't trust the auto save. It very annoyingly when you load.
Oh no!
What is that?
It's untitled spacecraft debris.
Oh no!
Let's recover it.
Hey,
got science. Nice. It was holding a temperature scan. I took the temperature over the water before we crashed on it. Apparently.
Nice. And you got a bunch of money from that. Actually, that was a big debris.
Cool. Oh, wow. More debris.
Get debris all over the place.
Nothing for that one, apparently.
Nothing for that one.
Nah.
Nothing for that one.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I had been dropping a lot of things.
So you have two options. You could be a risk taker and very cool. And what you could do is use almost all the money that you have and upgrade your VAB. And be left with like $70,000.
What is it? What do I get?
You get max parts supported from 30 to 255.
It sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
You get the thing that if you could have afforded it, which you couldn't, would have made the thing that we just did about 40% easier.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just do that. It's done.
And yeah, and now you have $70,000 to like do some bullshit challenges that are not hard to make some more cash. I don't know if you noticed, by the way, but you get bonuses, you get advances for accepting missions.
Oh, okay.
So one way to give yourself some extra funds is to be like, yeah, I'll take this mission that I will do later, but it'll give me $30,000 now.
Yeah. Okay. Can I ever take more contracts?
Yeah, you can upgrade this building. You can upgrade all of the buildings.
That makes sense.
So I definitely recommend upgrading mission control so that you can do more missions at once, and upgrading the tracking center. Like getting the next upgrade gives you maneuver nodes, and those are essentially crucial for doing anything other than going into orbit around Kerbin.
I see.
Yeah, maneuver nodes are clutch.
All right. Well, this has been a fruitful time with Kerbal, and I guess maybe we'll come back to it.
I like doing Kerbal, and I'm willing to not force you to do something too hard next time. Unless you want to go to the moon.
No, that's fine. I mean, I wanted to do it, so.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You know, we had some rough times. We weren't connecting, but then I feel like we were able to bridge that gap.
And can I tell you what it was? It was because I was telling, not teaching.
Wow.
And I feel like you got it the moment I decided I shouldn't just tell, I should teach.
Wow. That's brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm doing prayer hands.
And that's why we come to Run Button. We come to learn. We come to learn and to pass on that knowledge to others. And really, isn't that what life's all about?
Yeah. And fuck Outer Worlds.
And fuck Outer Worlds and SpaceX. Okay, bye. Should have named the series Kerbal SpaceX Program. Because it's just
I feel
about
like that would have
blowing up
attracted
rockets.
Negative attention.
Yeah, I know. All right, bye.
They somehow find you no matter where you are. The Musk people.
They use one of their tunnel boring machines to undermine your house, and then you die in a cave-in.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. See ya.